Field in Jackson, California. We're bringing you high school football action, our varsity contest now. If you're joining us again from the Little Big Game broadcast, we want to welcome you back. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Joey will be calling the game. He's coming up in just a little bit. But, Frank, we've got the Argonaut Mustangs taking on Mira, Loma. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what's going on, Frank?
Well, the Mira, Loma Matadors.
Matadors.
I will tell you, before we get this started, I am a little confused about this whole playoff thing. I know when you look at the playoff predictions, they have not qualified yet because they have not got their fourth win.
Yes.
However, I believe, regardless of the outcome of this game, they will have their fourth win on the forfeit of the Amador game tonight. Every other team in the Mother Lode League has gone down as a win, and that would be their fourth to qualify them regardless of what happens in this game tonight. Okay, so just that's the way I believe it is, because otherwise it wouldn't be fair. Like everybody else already got that win. Even Sonora, when they played a game that night, they still got that win. So let's take a look at tonight's action. Mira Loma comes in at 3-6. They are not in a league. They are an independent team, so their record is 3-6. Argonaut comes in 3-6 also, 2-2 in league. The one thing we do know about this Mira Loma football team is they like to throw the ball probably more so than any team Argonaut has seen all year. The Mira Loma quarterback, Brennan Collins, has thrown for 1,711 yards on the season with 11 touchdowns. Now, the only backside to that is he's thrown 14 interceptions.
Yes.
So they like to throw the football a lot. They have only rushed for 1,367 yards all year long combined as a team. So they throw the ball more than they run the ball. Their leading rusher is also their quarterback, number 3, Brennan Collins, with 519 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns. So 19 touchdowns Collins has been a part of for this Mira Loma team. So it's really going to be important for this Argonaut Mustang team. 1, make sure you got some pressure on Collins. 2, keep him contained in the pocket, because he not only is their leading thrower with throwing over 1,700 yards, he's also their leading rusher with over 590 yards. So if you allow him space to get outside that pocket, he's going to beat you with his legs. He will throw some interceptions. Pressure on him is going to be key tonight, and of course, your defensive backs are going to need to hold their contain. So those are the big keys tonight that I see for this game for Argonaut to come out with a victory, to go in to, it looks like, probably a matchup, if they do make the playoffs, against Bradshaw Christian next week.
Okay, well, and we know that Bradshaw Christian, looking into next week, if that does happen, they are next matchup. They are a known quantity. We've seen them be played several times by both Amador and Argonaut, so they're no slouch. You know, and I think you're right, Frank. I think containment is going to be a big thing, especially when your quarterback is as mobile and can throw like Mira Loma's quarterback can there. And, you know, the defensive backs for Argonaut are definitely going to get their cardio in tonight, I would say.
Well, we've seen this Argonaut team, the defensive backs they've really let receivers go and get behind them all year long.
Yeah.
That cannot happen tonight. The other thing is Argonaut needs to get some semblance of offense going. So let's just kick the Bret Hart game out as an outlier.
Yes.
They have only scored 41 total combined points in the entire season.
Yeah, and that's not a great statistic.
And so, you know, everybody piles up a lot of points against Bret Hart. So that's an outlier. We're going to throw that out. We're going to throw that out for everybody. But other than that, 41 total points on the whole season that they've been able to score, and half of those points were scored in one game against Wheatland. So they really need to get something going on the offensive side of the ball tonight, something the JV team was not able to do. Hopefully the Argonaut team is going to be able to make that happen tonight and make this a good ball game to finish out their regular season.
Yeah, definitely. So you are listening to the Cas Propane pregame show here at Dan Barnett Field. The captains are about to line up at midfield for the coin toss here. We're about 4 minutes and 30 seconds or so from game time. Joey will be hopping in here, and I'll be hopping over to the producer's chair. We want to thank Emma Cranfill, who's been with us who's been with us filling in to cover the video duties. So thank you again, Emma. All right, so let's see. Captains are coming out to midfield. Do you want to start with Argonaut or Mira Loma there, Frank?
Well, let's go ahead and start with Argonaut since they're facing back to us here. We've got, looks like for Argonaut, we've got number 28. That's Robert Spigarelli, Joey's favorite man crush that he has on him. Yeah. Number 73, Austin Hills. Number 44, Mateo Flores is back and going to be playing tonight, I'm assuming. Number 23, Eric Freeman Jr., along with number 51, that's Chase Joheim.
All right. And then for you say the
Mira Loma Marauders, since I can't see the numbers over there. Oh, there's number 3.
You got 3.
So that's number 3. That's the quarterback, Brennan Collins, their leading thrower, as well as the leading rusher on this team.
We've got Isaiah Rojas Bustos, number 50, for them. And the other 2 are covered up by the Mustangs right now.
All right, so we're getting ready for the coin toss to get this one underway. We'll stay here for the coin toss, see what happens here. We'll bow out for the national anthem, and then we'll be back for kickoff. So they're showing the coins to both sides now. The Mira Loma, as the visiting team, will have the call, the coins in the air. Argonaut has won the toss. They are going to defer. So Argonaut wins the toss. They defer. Mira Loma will be receiving the opening kick to get this one started tonight. And Collins, the quarterback for Mira Loma, was very disappointed, I would say, in that toss, not being able to win it. So Mira Loma will be receiving. Argonaut will be kicking off. We're going to bow out for the national anthem. We're going to be back for the kickoff of this last regular season game right after this.
A longtime supporter of youth activities in Amador County, the folks at Camps Propane hope you enjoy tonight's high school football action on Hometown Radio. Visit Camps Showroom on Highway 88 in Pioneer. Ask about the Easy Saver program and senior discounts available. And you'll never run out of gas again with Camp's Smart System Tank Monitoring program. They also carry a complete line of RV supplies, gas refrigerators, and barbecues. For more information, visit Camps Propane in Pioneer or their website at campspropane.com. Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
And we're going to be sending it back to Argonaut High School in just a second as they are wrapping up the national anthem. Of course, out of respect, those folks there on site are silent, observing the flag and listening to the anthem. So Jake and Frank are doing the same. So we will be sending it back there in just a moment. If you are just tuning in, this is KVGC High School Football Friday night. It is Argonaut and Mira Loma. Mira Loma coming in from the Sacramento area, as Frank just said. Seems like a heavy passing team. Got a dual threat quarterback as well. I believe he's their leading rusher. So Argonauts definitely got their hands full. Their defense does, but this is definitely a winnable game for the Mustangs. So let's send it back to Argonaut High School, Dan Barnett Field. I'll make it official. Let's get that football sounder, and then we'll send it back. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for supporting us throughout the season. Make sure you support these businesses that sponsor. Without them, this wouldn't be possible.
The high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field getting ready to kick this last regular season game off between the Argonaut Mustangs and the Mira Loma Matadors. Argonaut won the toss. They have deferred, so they will be kicking off to Mira Loma. Back deep for Mira Loma is number 2. That's Brad Williams, along with
number 1.
Number 1, Landon Placencia.
Placencia.
Okay. Neil King getting ready to kick it off for the Mustangs. The clock is set, 12-minute quarters here in the varsity action. And we're about ready to get this one started. Here comes the kick. High kick, driven back to the 10-yard line where it's fumbled and picked up, brought out to the 15, brought down just shy of the 20. I believe that was number 15.
Yeah, that was.
Not number 1, but I don't have a 15 on my roster. So we'll see if we can get that, but we don't have that. So Mira Loma will start at the 20-yard line for their first possession of this contest. First and 10 from there. As I said, number 3, Brennan Collins, leading rusher as well as their leading quarterback, over 1,700 yards through the air this year. So this is a team that does like to put the ball in the air. Mira Loma's going to hand it off there. Oh, they're going to do a little trickery on the first play. Collins throws down the middle, had a receiver open. He was overthrown for one and underthrown for the other. He actually had 2 receivers, number 13 along with number 10. That was like a double reverse pitch back to the quarterback.
It was like the end around. It was interesting. So that from the right-hand side, you saw him motion over. And then from the left-hand side, he motioned back over. So they tossed it to each other and then finally back to the quarterback, who's 20 yards back. Incomplete pass.
All right, Collins lining up in the shotgun. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. A little trickery to get this one started. Collins wants to throw. He's got pressure for the right side. That's Robert Spigarelli rolling to his left, throws it out of bounds, incomplete. We talked about earlier in the game how pressure was going to make a difference in this. Spigarelli came in from that right end and got right into Collins' face, and he had to sprint out hard to the left and threw it out of bounds with no place to go. So 3rd down and 10 for Mira Loma. Blitz coming up the middle from Argonaut. Spigarelli coming from the right side. He was rolling to his right, had a receiver open, and the ball just throws incomplete. Number 18, Alex Leon, was the intended receiver. He had him open, just couldn't get him the football.
You know, just a whole lot of pressure on that one, as you could see, coming from that left-hand side. As he's rolling over, the defense is just giving pressure right into his face, and he's got good speed. He's getting to the outside, but he's not able to set his feet and make that throw. And sometimes that's the difference, is being able to set those feet and make that throw.
So 4th down, Collins is going to also do the punting duties tonight. So they've got the quarterback-punter combination, which always gives you a little extra weapon
and he's a good
in
runner. That
part of the game. So 4th down and 10, Mira Loma goes 3 and out to punt this one. It's a high, short kick, fielded at the 45-yard line, breaks to the left side, gets across the 30 to the 25 and goes out of bounds. Nice return. That was number 23, Eric Freeman.
Useless penalty right there.
Flag by the Mustangs.
Man, no room for that. I mean, come on, after a good return right there, you got to lay off everybody. You got to not touch anybody.
Well, that'll set the Mustangs back with the personal foul penalty to negate that nice return by Freeman. So they'll mark that off. So Mira Loma goes 3 and out. And Argonaut takes over still with good field position. After marching off the penalty, they will have it 1st and 10 from the Mira Loma 36-yard line.
You know, that hurts a whole lot, though, Frank. You know, you don't want to be that far back. When they give you a good return, you know, those penalties really hurt you on it.
All right, here we go. Looks like, is that McCracken in at quarterback?
No.
Or is that Hansen?
That is Hansen.
That's Hansen. Hand off to the left. Big hole. Run it all the way straight to the end zone. Touchdown. Just like that. 36 yards.
That was Robert Prather right there, number 18, Prather coming around the right-hand side.
He did not get touched. He came around for the right side, cut it right in behind his block. That was Spigarelli, I believe, and just raced into the end zone. 36 yards by Freeman. Quick strike by the Mustangs.
That was a good run there. Again, that was number 18, Robert Prather on that one. Really good job reading his block. That's what they always tell you. You got to read your block. And he was able to follow Spigarelli all the way up into the 2nd level. Great touchdown run.
King on to attempt the extra point just like that. 42 seconds into the ball game, Argonaut gets on the scoreboard. The snap, the kick is up. It is good. 11:18 to go here in the first quarter. Argonaut takes a quick 7-0 lead. We'll be back with first quarter action right after this.
The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage. Conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction. State license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, King on to kick again.
Good kick.
Kick down to about the 7-yard line. Mira Loma bringing it out. Hit right as he gets to the 20, so not much there. Coming off the field,
That was great coverage. Number 20 right there.
The first one here, number 14, was the tackler for Argonaut.
That's Eddie Quayle.
That was Edward Quayle.
Yeah, that was Eddie Quayle made the hit, and then that was cleaned up by number 20. That's Anthony Pimentel.
I'm going to give the tackle to Quayle. Sorry. Ball's on they're going to spot it at the 19, so second possession for Mira Loma. They went 3 and out on their first one. 3 incomplete passes to start this game off by Mira Loma. Collins going to operate in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. He's going to roll to the left. He throws it out there, overthrown his intended receiver. Again, getting some pressure from the left side.
Flores out there at that strong safety position, just a little bit underneath. If he'd been a little bit further out, he might have been in better position to maybe pick that ball off. He's got to respect those backs coming out of the backfield, but still his responsibility is flats in this scenario.
Could have caused the overthrow there. He had to throw it a little wide because Flores was there. Collins looks, throws a quick little bubble screen off to the left.
Great.
Nothing going on. Great coverage right there. Good tackle by number 30-something.
33, Jake Todden right there. Coming from the defensive line, actually. So Ace Begovic sniffed that thing out, kind of like a little bit of a, little screen pass. Begovic coming from that middle linebacker position right up, and then Todden did a really good job getting butt deep and scraping down the line to get that.
2-yard loss on the play. It'll be set up a 3rd down and 12. Collins rolling to his right. He's looking. He throws. Ooh. Knocked away by number 15 for Argonaut. That was Trevin Pedersen. Had a receiver there and just could not bring it in. So Mira Loma, they like to throw, but right now they're 0 for 6. So 4th down as Mira Loma goes 3 and out again, and Collins will drop back to punt. Argonaut going to get the ball back in good field position for the 2nd time in a row, just with less than 2 minutes into this quarter. So incompletion stopped the clock. That makes for slow-moving quarters, give you lots of possession if you're holding on the defense, and that's what Argonaut's going to have their 2nd possession here with less than 2 minutes clicked off. Collins the punt. Nice high kick. Fielded at the 48-yard line, cuts it to the left, gets across the 40. Space. He's got nothing but space. 20, 15, gets dropped down, breaks a tackle, goes into the end zone, touchdown. 48 yards, number 23, Eric Freeman. Wow.
What a great run there, too. Great coverage on that one. He ended up getting it. Going around that left-hand side, there was absolutely nobody in front of him. Finally, he gets dragged up a little bit. Guy makes an arm tackle. He broke right off, spun it. Good touchdown, Freeman.
Just like that. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns. Not even 2 minutes into this contest. Eric Freeman takes it in from the punt return for 48 yards. Kick is up. And it is good. 10:16 left to go in the first quarter. 1:44 seconds gone, and Argonaut's on the board twice. 14, Mira Loma 0. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, let's play some football. Mark Borchin here with Glass Doctor. We are so excited that you're doing what you love. When you need auto glass, windshields, and calibration, call Glass Doctor. Ask about our windshield protection plan. And for shower enclosures, foggy, broken windows in your home or business, please remember Glass Doctor, your neighborly company. Visit our showroom at Highway 49 and Jackson Gate Road.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 10 minutes and 16 seconds here left in the first quarter. Jake Geedy, Joey Geedy, Frank Halverson, guys.
Neil King on to kick for the third time already in this game. Not 2 minutes in. Low line drive kick, fielded at about the 12-yard line. Gets across the 20 this time for the first time and tackled almost immediately up to the 23-yard line. Number 2 on the return. That's Brad Williams for Mira Loma.
Good special teams coverage down the field there. Again, number 14, Eddie Quayle, was in on that, but good tackle by number 16 there. That was Wyatt Powell.
23-yard line for Mira Loma. Their third possession of this quarter, 3 and out on their first 2 possessions, 6 incomplete passes.
And real quick, guys, we got a Mountain Merchant scoring update. So looks like the game over in Somerville, Sonora has kicked off right now. Sonora starting with the ball.
All right, my prediction that Somerville's undefeated season will go awry tonight. Sonora by at least 2 scores. Collins throws complete. Just a little bubble screen, gets across the 25-yard line up to about the 28. First play with positive yardage on the night for the Matadors.
Good little coverage breaker right there. They saw the strong safety, number 44, Mateo Flores, blitzing in on that. They were able to get that out directly on that step back screen. Good little pickup right there.
Second down for Mira Loma. They're going to run the same play over to the other side, complete, close to the first down. They should have it. That was number 10 on the reception, Jackson Eisentrott. That'll be enough to move the chains. 2 plays in a row, the exact same play. The first one to the left, the next one to the right. That's a little pitch and catch game that they should be able to have available all night long. So first down for Mira Loma. Motion comes from the right side. Collins dropped the snap. Now he's in trouble, and he throws it away as he gets out of the tackle box. So it'll be incomplete. Did not have a receiver in the area, but once you get out of the tackle box, the grounding penalty is off the board. So second down.
That's a pretty savvy move there for a young quarterback. I mean, I know as they progress, they are starting to look more for the throwing it out and stuff, but that's pretty good for a junior quarterback.
I imagine that's not the first time he's done that this year.
Oh, no. That's
second down, complete again. That step back screen, nothing doing there. Maybe even a loss of a yard on the play as the Mustangs had that one sniffed out. Flores in on the tackle there. Flores was out last week, wasn't he?
He's been out for the last 2-3 weeks. He's been down, yeah. And it was I want to say the Sonora game. He was in,
Sonora.
And then he
played
went out.
And he
got
went out,
hurt a little bit, yeah. And then he was out for the next week.
Well, he's still hurt. He's just been playing.
Well, he's playing a little bit slow.
Third down 10. Collins under pressure, steps up to the middle, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gets 1 yard on the play up to the 35-yard line. Well short of the first down. It's going to be a positive gain of 1, but it'll set up a 4th down and 9.
Something that we've seen from this brand new turf all season long. It is slick out there, and just as he was taking that drop back, he's going into his drop back, slips up a little bit, forces him to go forward and take that run.
So Collins going to drop back in punt formation again. 3 possessions in a row. They did manage to get 1 first down on that possession.
Also, something notable for the Mustangs, they were able to get back number 51, Chase Yoheim, who was also on the injured list this last week.
Oh, they're going to do a fake option, pitch it back to Collins and throw. Oh, that's going to be a pass interference.
No.
Ooh. Ooh, it sure should have been. That look at this play. The snap was to the short man, pitched it back to Collins as the quarterback. He then throws to an open receiver who gets hit before the ball was there. That should have been pass interference. It was not called. Mira Loma is going to turn it over on downs, and Argonaut's going to have great field position for this third possession. at the Mira Loma 35-yard line. Well, they ate a little bit of time off the clock with 7:44 left, but this is in the first quarter, folks. This is the third possession that Argonauts has had.
Flores.
Hand off to Flores. He breaks it off to the right side, and he's got room down the sidelines. Nobody's going to get him. He goes to the house. Touchdown, Mateo Flores, 35 yards. That's going to be our Mellon Faze BG Lounge call of the game. Mateo Flores, 35 yards out to find the end zone for the third time tonight for the Mustangs.
Hey, that leg's feeling just fine down there. That leg's feeling just fine on that run. Good little run on the outside there by Flores. He identifies it's a play that's supposed to go kind of on the inside. He sees an open lane on the outside, bounced out. Great untouched run again by the Mustangs.
Wow, this is looking too easy. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. I think they've only run 4 plays. King up the extra point. It is good. Just like that, 7:36 left to go in the first quarter. Argonaut 21, Mira Loma 0. We'll be back right after this.
For all your land surveying and civil engineering services, call Toma & Associates at 223-0156. Whether you're building a fence and need to know where the property line is to complete boundary surveys, Toma & Associates can help. Lot surveys, boundary line adjustments, parcel and subdivision maps, FEMA certificates, septic and grading plans, among the many services Toma & Associates provides. Call 223-0156, serving the Mother Lode since 1967.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 7:36 left in the first quarter. Argonaut on top, 21-0 over Mira Loma. Argonaut set to kick. Mira Loma to receive. Jake Geedy, Joey Geedy, Frank Halverson, guys.
Most tired guy on the field tonight for Argonaut is going to be Neil King's leg.
Yeah, for real. Those orange cleats.
He's kicking off for the 4th time, and it's 7:36 left to go in the first quarter. Plus 3 extra points already. Nice kick, driven, hits at the 6-yard line. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Good thing for Mira Loma because the man back to receive the kickoff, Brad Williams, didn't look like he wanted anything to do with that.
No, and that thing almost had that bounce where it's coming back at you, that backspin bounce. It just kind of barely rolled into the end zone right there, but no, he didn't want anything to do with that one.
This is the 7th possession of the first quarter.
7:36 still on? No time. Hey, it's 7:36 right now, actually, 7:36 p.m.
There you go.
The 7th possession in the first quarter. We're not even halfway through the quarter. This is the 7th offensive possession of this game already. Argonaut does a little line shift. Collins got trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. He looks just that little bubble screen they're going to throw all night. The receiver is complete, but he slips right away. It's going to be a loss of 3 on the play.
Real quick, we got a Mount Merchant scoring update. So on 3rd down, there was a red zone alert there. Sonora was knocking on Somerville's door and fumbled on the goal line. Somerville recovers. It's that game, guys.
Hall of Famer
just
Hall of
walked
Famer
into the
himself.
booth.
Yeah, Hall of Famer Jim Geedy, and Hall of Famer back here.
Mark
we got
Bolger.
Mark Bolger.
Collins rolling to his right. He looks a
Oh,
little bit high. Lucky that wasn't intercepted. Elijah Keys was the intended receiver on that. It'll be 3rd down and long. Mira Loma's just having a difficult time getting out of their own way here. Their 4th possession of this quarter. As I said, not even halfway through the quarter yet. There's been 7 offensive possessions. 3rd down and long for the Matadors. Collins rolling to his right, under pressure. He's going to throw that one out of bounds. Another 3 and out. And holy mackerel, this thing could get ugly in a hurry. So Mira Loma goes 3 and out. Collins is going to have to drop back to punt again.
Frank, quarterback's got a pretty good arm. He hasn't been able to set his feet. You know, he's got a good, strong arm, but he hasn't been able to be any accuracy. He's on the run this entire time.
Well, he completes just a little under 60% of his balls on the year. We obviously have not seen that tonight. And if they're going to continue this up the whole game, this game's going to take 4 hours. That punt goes out of bounds, and Argonaut's going to again have great field position on the Mira Loma side of the football at the Mira Loma 40-yard line. Gee, many Christmas. So 1st and 10 from the 40.
Flores going back out on offense, too.
Their 4th possession of the quarter, and we're not halfway through.
7-14.
Holy mackerel. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. We're halfway to a running clock, and there's 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Handoff to Flores again on the counter. He breaks to the right side. I think nobody's going to get him. He's going to take it all the way to the house. This is ridiculous. 40-yard touchdown by Mateo Flores.
Another one where that's a counter play where it's supposed to go inside, but he saw absolutely nobody on the outside there. Completely untouched. Good speed on the outside. Like I said, Frank, hey, that leg's feeling just fine.
This is I don't even know what to say. This is beyond ridiculous.
Well, Argonaut has done a good job executing. They've executed their plan.
Come on. They've run 5 plays and scored 4 touchdowns. Is there anybody out there with a jersey on the defensive side of the football?
Uh-oh. Fire play. And
the snap was bad, and they just run it in easy for a 2-point conversion. It's
Argonaut 2-point conversion is good.
I
take a look at the scoreboard, folks. It's your Argonaut Mustangs 29. Your Loma.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, we're 5 minutes into this game, and it's 29-0. 5 minutes.
Hey, real quick, Mountain Merchant scoring update. So we are about 2 minutes left in the first quarter over in Somerville. Somerville going 3 and out, but pinning Sonora back. Sonora now has the ball with, again, less than 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter over there.
You say where the ball is?
It does not give me a line, guard line right now, but that's what I have.
All right, Argonaut out to kick again. 29-0. I just want to know who this team beat.
Let me pull
well,
it up.
I have the schedule right here.
Yeah.
I have it right here. I could tell you they beat San Juan. They beat Western Sierra Collegiate Academy.
They beat Valley.
And they beat Valley.
Valley High, yeah. On a South Sac. King kick.
King to kick off again. They don't even want to field that ball.
They were looking at each other going, hey, are you going to get it?
Good thing it's bouncing into the end zone because it's going to be a touchback. Nobody even is going after that ball. If that ball doesn't roll in there and it dies, they're in trouble. Shoot, Argonaut might be the first team to recover it. What a joke.
Let's see. Flores is coming off for this defensive set, so I think they have made a couple substitutions.
Well, I can see that they're making substitutions already. They might as well. This is ridiculous. And if Mira Loma is going to continue to throw the ball on every down and continue to stop the clock, this game won't get over till midnight. Collins wants to throw. He throws complete this time. Tackled right away at the 25-yard line, number 10, Jackson Eisentrott on the completion. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
That was good coverage and good tackle right there by number 11, Max McCracken. He's playing that corner position, and Aaron Smith was able to get out there from that middle linebacker position into the hook curl zone, but Max did a really good job flying up and making that stop.
2nd down and 5. Collins again in the shotgun. Throws a slant wide open that time up to the 35-yard line. That's complete to number 13, Elijah Keys. That'll move the chains. fresh set of downs for Mira Loma.
This kind of caught Argonaut right there sitting back in their zone. Got a quick strike on that guy coming just over the top where the safety wasn't.
1st and 10. Collins throws again, just a little throw out to the right, a little bubble screen, but absolutely no place to go as he's tackled immediately by number 18 for the Mustangs. That's Robert Prather. Loss of a couple on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Prather's been one of those guys who's been moving around defensively. He'll be sometimes lined up over at like an outside linebacker position, sometimes in a middle, like a nickel kind of position. And then also he'll go down where he's pretty much like a D end.
2nd down and 12 for Mira Loma. Collins wants to roll to his left this time. He's looking, he flips it out to an open receiver, and he just dropped it. That ball should have been completed. The receiver's still lying on the ground, says, how did I drop that?
Getting helped up by Neil King.
So that'll set up a 3rd down and 12. He had a receiver open, put it right there, and just couldn't haul it in.
Is that where they're placing it?
Well, they should place it.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was thinking. Brought it back to the original line of scrimmage, and I was thinking maybe not.
3rd down and 12 for Mira Loma. 29-0. 6.5 minutes into the ball game. Receiver was out there, throws it a little bit inside. It was knocked away, incomplete. That'll be a 4th down, and Mira Loma is going to punt again.
It was a good job by number 20 there. That was Anthony Pimentel for the Mustangs. He's playing that Mustang. Like I said, that strong safety position is kind of moves around for the Mustangs. It'll sometimes be up where it's more of, like I said, that nickel corner kind of safety, but a lot of times they'll drop him back.
Mira Loma's going to go for it. 4th down and 12. Collins going to roll to his left. He's looking. He throws complete across the 50-yard line. That was number 10, Jackson Eisentrott. So on 4th down and 12, I mean, why not? They haven't been able to stop Argonaut yet. They've run 5 plays and scored 4 touchdowns, so what's the point in punting?
Right.
So 1st and 10 for Mira Loma. Finally gets across to the Argonaut side of the football field here.
Whole new set of receivers for him out there, too.
Collins still trying to direct him. He doesn't have him exactly where he wants him. 3 receivers out to the right. Collins looking. He wants to throw that little bubble screen out to number 1. Breaks 1 tackle, gets across the 40-yard line, gets knocked out at about the 35. That was Landon Placinia. How do you pronounce it? Placentia. Prather knocks him out of bounds, but it's a gain of 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
They've got a Calaveras Lumber, or not, sorry, got a Mountain Merchant scoring up they'll give you after this play.
Somebody just walked in here with an ode to Icy Hot, I think. Smelled like they were all wrapped up in Icy Hot. You smell that?
No. Good coverage right there by the Mustangs.
All right, hey, real
Just quick dump off down below.
So that Mountain Merchant scoring update. So with the basically the first drive of the second quarter there, Sonora completes a passing touchdown with a PAT afterwards. It is now 7-0 in the second quarter there in favor of Sonora. Sorry.
Only the beginning, Somerville. You're going down tonight. Sonora's just too good. 3rd down for Mira Loma. Completion, another 1st down, playing soft on that edge over there, and that was an easy pitch and catch right there. That'll move the chains, give Mira Loma a fresh set of downs.
Like I said, just trying to catch them sitting back in their zone, maybe a little bit off, playing a little bit safer on it. Quick strike to him.
Well, that kind of happens with a 29-0 lead.
Oh, yeah.
1st and 10. That's a lateral pass behind to the back trying to get out in space, and there's nothing going on there. He's tackled for a big loss on the play. Number 20, Anthony Pimentel, was in there for the Mustangs. Big loss on the play. That'll make it 2nd down and 15. I'm not quite sure they understand where forward progress is and where it's not. They keep marking the ball way different than I'm seeing it.
Yeah, you know.
So 2nd down and 15 for Mira Loma. Collins is going to roll to his left under pressure, gets outside the pressure, got a wide receiver open, and he dropped it.
Wow.
Had a receiver wide open at about the 7-yard line and just hit him in a bad spot right in the hands. And he's just upset that he dropped it. Because you can't drop that. Look at this.
Yeah, wide open too. Whole lot of pressure by number 90, Gage Wise from the
It
Mustangs.
was all the way down. Well, he got around Wise.
Yeah.
Wise was not an issue. Wise cut it short, and Collins got around him, had a wide open receiver at the 7-yard line, and they just dropped it. So that'll make it 3rd down and 15. So Collins isn't getting much help from his receivers right now. There's been 2 big drops on wide open passes so far. Now he's in trouble getting pushed deep. And Spigarelli just wouldn't give up that outside edge and pushed Collins back. He just continued to backpedal. And I'm not even sure. Well, they didn't throw the flag, so he must have got it back to the original line of scrimmage. Because regardless of where you're at, it still needs to get to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
So it's 4th down. They did not call a grounding call. It's 4th down and 15, and they're going to go for it.
Still, I'm going to say it's a pretty savvy move by the quarterback there. A lot of those young quarterbacks will just tuck it and try to get for a couple extra yards or go down with it, but it's good that he's
The
looking
last
forward
game
to
of the
throw it
year,
out.
he's been doing that a lot, I would guess.
Either way, still think it's good coaching. Oh, Spigarelli's there.
Spigarelli.
Oh,
the
no,
ball
got the ball off.
He dumped the ball off, and Spigarelli's saying he was down. I'm not. I think they're going to turn it over on downs, but they're going to give him the gain on the play. So all the way up to the 33-yard line. So they'll turn it over on downs, and the Mustangs will take over with 2:28 left to go on the 32.
And real quick, Somerville throws an interception in the red zone. Sonora does not return it, but Sonora now has the ball. There's our Mountain Merchant scoring update.
2:28, 1st and 10 for Argonaut. Motion comes from the right-hand side, straight ahead. There's a face mask, it looked like to me. It grabbed the back of the helmet is what he did.
He's got that extended collar back there. He grabbed that extended
But there
collar.
is no flag.
Yeah, that should have been a horse collar penalty right there. So Spigarelli's got that extended collar. So you see the kid grabbing onto the extended collar right there, trying to swing him down with it. That should have, and even that kid's grabbing onto it too. That should have been a horse collar.
Does that extended collar, does that move up from the shoulder pads? I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I think that I would assume that they would call that. I don't think it does.
Is it like hair? Because you can pull hair technically if they've got hair coming out. Okay.
So 1st and 10, ball's up to the 45-yard line. Hansen wants to throw. He just throws a little swing pass to Spigarelli, and he's got room around the corner. He's to the 40, to the 30 with a head of steam. Knocked out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. That little cornerback didn't want any part of Robert Spigarelli right there. He did all he could to get him out of bounds, but he didn't like it.
Spigarelli just kind of put the hand out. Excuse me. Just kind of wiped the kid away.
So Spigarelli takes it down to the 19-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for Argonaut with 1:44 left to go in the quarter, leading this one 29-0.
Got to say there was a good block on the outside there by number 11, McCracken, sealing the edge so that he could get outside that far.
Hansen in the shotgun. Motion comes from the right. That's number 14. Got a hold to run through, and he got brought down from behind. That was Edward Quayle.
Eddie Quayle.
Close to the 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd down and 2, gain of about 8 on the play. There's a late flag.
Spigarelli checking out. Charlie Neely checking in. Oh, there's a flag.
There's a flag just came on. Somebody said something. There's somebody talking smack down there. The flag came out by the line judge, and let's see what they're going to call it. Dead ball foul, personal foul against Mira Loma. That will move it half the distance of the goal and give Argonaut a 1st and goal.
They just sent a player out, actually. That was number 88. I don't have a number or name for him, but they sent number 88 from Mira Loma out. I believe he was the one that said something to warrant the penalty.
So that'll make it 1st and goal from the 6-yard line now for the Mustangs. Can you get into a running clock in the first quarter?
Trevin.
Hand off to number 15, in for the touchdown, the 6-yard run. That is Trevin Pedersen. 6-yard touchdown.
Pedersen, all he had to do right there was just follow his blocks around the left-hand side. Found pay dirt. Touchdown Mustangs.
1:04 left to go. Yes, you heard it right. In the first quarter, it's 35 Argonaut, 0 Mira Loma. King on to attempt the extra point. They're short a man. So they've got their 11th man out on the field now, the kick team. So King going to attempt the extra point. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. 1:04 left to go in the first quarter. It's a track meet. Argonaut 36, Mira Loma 0. We'll be back after this.
Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your regional commercial van and truck headquarters, is proud to sponsor Motherlode League High School football. The expert sales team will help you get behind the wheel of the car or truck that's right for you. And their service department will keep that vehicle running at peak performance. Visit the team at Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your full-service dealership, on the web at bigvalleyford.com and located in the Stockton Auto Mall off Hammer Lane. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 1 minute, 4 seconds here left in the first quarter. That's right, first quarter, 36-0 in favor of the Mustangs. Jake Geedy, Joey Geedy, Frank Halverson, Mustangs set to kick. Guys?
Frank, I had kind of a question. So it's 35-point deficit in the fourth quarter.
40
in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, there's the kickoff. Unless
they concede they agree
both
to it.
coaches agree. There was a running clock earlier this year that started in the first half.
Gotcha. Good coverage down there downfield by the Mustangs there. It was a big tackle by number 80 for the Mustangs, Austin Ewing.
So Mira Loma is going to have it 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For their 6th possession of the quarter. The JV game that we did last Thursday night, they didn't have 6 possessions the whole game. There was 1 possession for each team in the first quarter. And granted, they're playing 10-minute quarters, but still. There's been 12 in this one. 1st and 10 for Mira Loma. Collins in the shotgun. He's going to throw. Surprise, surprise. It's intercepted. And that's going to take it back to the house. Pick 6 by number 18, I believe.
Robert Prather.
Robert Prather on the pick 6.
Like I said, he's playing that kind of outside linebacker, that nickel safety where he's just sitting back in his zone, drops right into it, sees the guy going for that bubble screen. Great bite on it. Touchdown Mustangs.
I think I could go out there and play, and I'm 66 years old against these guys. Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? $42-0, first quarter.
Fire department heading out.
I don't blame them. Kicks up, and it is good. 51 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It is 43-0. We'll be back.
Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire.
All right, we're back.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 43-0 the score. Yes, in the first quarter, 51 seconds left. The Mustangs on top. Mustangs set to kick. Jake Geedy, Joey Geedy, Frank Halverson, guys.
I don't even have enough room on my chart to put down another possession in the first quarter. I've run out of paper already.
Let them return this one.
Fielded at the 10-yard line. Back to the 25, up to the 30. Gets across the 30-yard line. Mira Loma will have it 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. 45 seconds left to go here in the first quarter.
Hey, real quick, guys, I got a Mount Merchant scoring update here. So after that interception, the Somerville defense stands and forces a field goal from Sonora. Score is now 10-0 in favor of Sonora with just under 7 minutes left in the second quarter there, guys.
Well, that's a little more exciting than this one, I can tell you that. First and 10 for Mira Loma at the 31-yard line, trailing already 43-0. Motion comes from the right side. There's
a false start right there. Number 10.
The receiver on this side started out a little quick. They were going to actually run the ball on the inside handoff. That's going to back them up 5 yards. It'll be first and 15 for Mira Loma after the false start penalty.
Looks like Spigarelli's checking out. Hopping off.
Did your girlfriend know about your bromance with Spigarelli?
I told him about it the other day, too. I told him. He thought it was funny.
Fumble, double reverse, and guess what? Argonaut recovered.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that ball's still on the ground.
The old fumble-rooski.
Mira Loma got the ball back. God, the clock's going to run out. This first quarter is actually going to end.
Yes,
Argonaut 43, Mira Loma 0. We will be back with second quarter action right after this.
The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage. Conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction. State license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. Scoreboard shows Mustangs 43, Mira Loma 0. We are about to start the second quarter action here. Mira Loma retaining possession after the fumble. Jake Geedy, Joey Geedy, Frank Halverson. Real quick, scores around the league. I don't have anything from Calaveras. I'm working on that one right now, the Calaveras-Bret Hart game. But as it sits in the second quarter, Sonora is on top of Somerville 10-0 with under 7 minutes left in that first half, guys.
Well, the White Hat is down there having a conversation with Coach Mueller, and I hope they're agreeing to go to a running clock.
I would venture to assume that might be what they're talking about. But I don't know. These refs, great guys.
Well, I mean, so we'll see. We're getting ready to start this second quarter here, and I don't even know what's going on out there right now. Nobody seems to be in a hurry to do anything, I can tell you that. What is this?
I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe they decided they're going to just call the game at halftime.
It looks like Argonaut has mostly subbed in guys. Still a few starters out there.
Well, it's second down and forever. They've got to get up to the 41-yard line. The ball is back at the 14.
Yeah.
Here we go. The second quarter is going to get underway. Thank God for small favors. Oh, geez. And a mix-up. We're going to get a handoff, and it's going to go to the right. And just keep the clock running, please. And it is.
They say that was kind of like a you take it. No, you take it.
Down.
No, you take it.
So third down here and forever for Mira Loma.
Good tackle there by number 47, Ace Begovic. Senior here for the Argonaut Mustangs. Let's see, out there right now they got 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors out, 5 seniors out there right now for for the Argonauts.
Third down and long. Collins wants to throw. He's going to go deep down the left side. That's just thrown up. That should have been an easy interception by Prather. I don't know if he dropped it on purpose or.
That was the corner number 16 there, Wyatt Powell.
Oh, I thought it was 18.
Yeah.
So the clock did stop. So unfortunately, we are not in a running clock. Stopped with the incompletion. Now it'll be 4th down and forever, and it looks like they're going to go for it. It looks like maybe Collins is going to drop back into punt formation now. Mira Loma is having a hard time getting 11 players on the field. This is not what I needed tonight, sitting here with my shoulder in a sling after my procedure yesterday.
How'd that go?
Argonaut didn't even go back to field the punt. They just let it roll dead as it rolls down to the 40-yard line, where Argonaut will take over 1st and 10 from their own 40. First time they've had the ball in their own territory this game.
Looks like they have subbed down the Argonaut offense. That is the Gold O. Good as Gold O.
Well, it doesn't look like they're going to go to now he's running the clock, but I guess that's supposed to happen anyway. So 11 minutes left to go here in the half. We've got a lot of substitutions in for Argonaut. Inside handoff, it doesn't seem to matter much. Number 16's got it, and nobody's going to stop him. He's heading all the way to the corner of the end zone.
Ooh.
Finally gets pulled down inside the 10-yard line.
Good.
That was there. Wyatt Powell. Huge run on the play. Over 50-yard run by Powell there. Really? And it doesn't seem to matter who's in or what play they run. Mira Loma just seems uninterested at this point.
It was a good run by Powell there. Good job following his blockers, looking back for the inside seam, cutting it back over, and good pickup. 1st
and goal from the 7-yard line for Argonaut. Yeah, I'd say that's a good pickup.
Good pickup.
Yeah.
Just trying to spice
53 yards. By your backups on one play.
Hey. Attaboy. Give a junior a shot.
1st and goal. Into quarterback for the Mustangs is number 81, Colby Fleming. He's going to hand off straight ahead to number 40.
Oh,
he's still on his feet and goes in the end zone, but I heard the whistle blow. They're going to say he was stopped. That was Charlie Neely. I heard the whistle blow. He never went down to the ground, but they did call forward progress, it looks like, at about the 3.
About 9:32 and counting here in the 2nd quarter.
So 2nd down and goal from the 3 for the Mustangs. Again, Colby Fleming in at quarterback for Argonaut. Looks like Hansen's night is over. Not a real much of a tune-up game. You want trying to get ready for the playoffs, which will be a short-lived venture by this team this year, but they're going to go there. Fleming in the shotgun. Bradshaw Christian looks like it'll be their opponent next week. Almost fumbled the snap.
Like
Fleming picked it up and kept it, but that wasn't the play. He gets it. He gets into the end zone, so Fleming's going to take it in from 3 yards out. He tried to hand that off, but he fumbled it, so he just kept it himself. The ball was kind of in between his legs. So 3-yard touchdown run by Fleming. And Argonaut scores again on their first. They've scored on every possession that they've had in this game. That was their first possession of the 2nd quarter to bring the score to 49-0, awaiting the extra point with just under 9 minutes left to go in the half. The kick is up, and it is good. 50-burger. With 8:54 left to go in the 2nd quarter, Argonaut 50, Mira Loma 0. We'll be back with more of this nonsense right after this.
Hey, let's play some football. Mark Borchin here with Glass Doctor. We are so excited that you're doing what you love. When you need auto glass, windshields, and calibration, call Glass Doctor. Ask about our windshield protection plan. And for shower enclosures, foggy, broken windows in your home or business, please remember Glass Doctor, your neighborly company. Visit our showroom at Highway 49 and Jackson Gate Road.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. Scoreboard shows Mustangs 50, Mira Loma 0 in the second quarter. Jake Geedy, Joey Geedy, Frank Halverson, Mustangs set to kick. Guys?
Early in the second quarter, I might add.
Yes.
All right. Is that King still out there kicking, or is that somebody else?
It sure is.
He's had a workout in the first half. Low line drive. They actually fielded this one at about the 10-yard line to the 15 to the 20. Trying to get outside to the 25. Cuts a corner around to the 30. Gets knocked out of bounds. Way out of bounds. But actually a pretty nice little return up to about the 33-yard line. Mira Loma will have their best starting position of the night.
That was their quarterback there, the one that actually returned that one, number 3.
Collins.
Yeah. He's a good little athlete.
Well, he does it all. He runs, he passes, he returns kicks, he punts.
Punt.
Okay, now the clock is running, so maybe they did go to a running clock.
I think it might have been if they get to 50, just started running it or something like that.
I've never heard that. I've only heard the 40 mark. Because
that might have been what they were talking about.
Because I've seen games go to that, and some of them insist on not running it to the fourth quarter. Because that's the rule. Unless both coaches agree, it does not run until the fourth quarter.
Well, if I was over there, I would agree to it.
Yeah, I don't want a 100 hung on me.
I would agree.
Oh, now Mira Loma is going to take a timeout. That is the one thing that will stop the clock in a running clock is a timeout and/or an injury. So the clock is stopped with 8:13 to go here. We're going to just keep it right here. Looked like the coach is out on the field. Maybe he's going to line them up. I'm not sure. But 8:13 to go. Argonaut 50. This will be a good opportune time while we have it because we don't get to do it very often to shout out our cheer squad.
Yeah.
Head coach Natalie Gaby, since it'll be their last home game. Seniors Amaya Hill, Bella Winther, Natalie Santa Cruz Gutierrez, Gracie Forbes, Cameron Hubner, the juniors Emily Tamayo, Rand Vargas, Alaya Pedersen, and sophomores Mackenzie Costa, Lillian Brandt, Kaylee Morla, Jalen Pimentel, Leela Smith, and looks like freshman Isabella Messier, Gianna Ligorio Polk, Ashley Green, and Kaylee Mansu. Thanks for supporting this Mustang team all year long with your efforts down on the sidelines. Nice play by Mira Loma there coming out of the timeout, moves it up to the 40-yard line. Going to be a little bit short of the first down.
Drop back to pass, didn't see anybody open, and he started going down.
Clock continues.
And he actually did bobble it a little bit there, but I think they're going to call his forward progress
I think they're
down.
going to keep the ball with Mira Loma at this point. They're going to get all benefit of the doubt now with the clock running. So they'll have it second down and 1 from the 40-yard line. Argonaut has subbed all the way down on both sides of the football, leading this one 50-0. Collins is going to hand it off straight ahead, bounces it to the outside, got enough for the first down as he crosses the 35-yard line, brought down by a host of Mustangs there. But that'll be enough to move the chains.
Tackle by number 50, Aaron Smith.
Aaron Smith on the tackle along with some of his buddies there. There was a whole host of green jerseys. Finally got him to the ground, but it will be enough for a first down with 7 minutes left to go in the half. Clock continues to run. Collins going to operate in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Collins going to roll to the right. He's looking, he throws in and out of the receiver's hands again. Intended target was number 10. Wide open, just right through his hands, so incomplete. So it'll be second down and 10. And now they're stopping the clock, so maybe they did not go to a running clock.
Interesting.
Now he's going to start it. As soon as the ball's placed, he started it right away. So we are not in a running clock. It does not appear.
A couple substitutions for the Mustangs there. Number 21, Andrew Alcariza, is a senior. He just came off for the Mustangs.
Second down and 10 for Mira Loma.
Pass.
Collins looking to the left. He wants to go deep. His receiver wasn't ready for it. Should have been intercepted. Number 31 that just came in, Neil King, came in to play cornerback, and he had a cheapie there, and he let that one go through.
Well, he was definitely tall enough. I'll tell you that. He's definitely tall enough.
His receiver wasn't even looking for the ball. So they start the clock right away. So they're kind of in a semi-running clock, I would say, because that clock should be stopped until they snap the ball on an incomplete pass. But the White Hat did run it. And now Mira Loma is going to call another timeout. That will stop the clock with 6:07 left to go in the second quarter. Be third down and 10.
6:07 in the second quarter. 6:07 rest in the half.
You know, we were talking, Joey. This team beat Valley.
What did you say it was?
36-0.
Well,
I don't even understand how that could happen.
I want to see Valley's. I want to see Valley season 2. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. Well, remember Bret Hart put up, what was it on Millennium? They put up 30 on Millennium, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, similar situation. Any given team, any given
No,
Friday.
no, don't give me that. That's not true. That
We
is
need
not
statistics.
true. Third down. Motion comes from the right side. They're going to do a double reverse pass.
Ball's up.
Try to get it out to Collins. That's intercepted at the 45-yard line. Let me tell you, folks, how ridiculous this has gotten. I totally believe on that timeout that the coach came out there and drew that play on the grass, like you do when you're playing in Sandlot.
Well, they're tossing it. I mean, how many times they're doing those laterals? Just like, okay, you throw this one. No,
I
you
think
throw
they
this
drew that one up on the carpet.
Man,
That was intercepted by, who was it, number 15?
16 there. Wyatt Powell, junior Wyatt Powell.
And we have a red zone alert. Somerville inside the 20 there. They had a missed field goal and then immediately got an interception from intercepted a Sonora pass. So Somerville is now in the red zone. They're knocking on Sonora's door.
First and 10 for the Mustangs. Trying to get around the right side. Nice job turning them back in that time by the defense. That was number 7, Damon Farrow. Stayed home. He wanted to get outside. Powell wanted to get outside, but Farrow was home and forced him to cut that back into the defense. So nice play there by Mira Loma.
Still pretty good offensive push there, I will say, by the Argonaut line. He was able to get about 7 yards on that play.
Well, but he wanted to run it outside.
Right.
And Farrow stayed home because he had a lot of room if he gets around Farrow. 4:50 left to go here in the second quarter.
5. They're running a 5 front. Trying to see what they're running.
Who cares at this point?
Yeah, give it a shot.
That's where
Give
I'm
it a
at, I can
shot.
tell you. All right, Argonaut in the shotgun.
Billy.
Hand off to number 32. Short gain on the play. That was William Villa on the carry.
Billy Villa carrying the ball right there. You know, maybe a little bit more patient in the pocket there as he's going down. Follow those blockers. Try to find that good little seam.
Ball at the 30-yard line. It'll be third down and 4 for the Mustangs. Clock run down to 4 minutes here in the half. If you're just joining us, you've missed a whole lot of scoring. Other than take out the Bret Hart game, and Argonaut had scored 41 points all year long. Well, they've got 50 on the board already with 3:50 left here to go in the second quarter. Third down and 3 for the Mustangs.
Oh, he's keeping it himself.
Keeping it by himself, trying to get around the left side, and nothing going there. Got tackled for a loss. That was number 81, Colby Fleming. And that'll be a loss of a couple on the play. It'll be fourth down and 5.
Yeah, they just got all jersey on that one. Just threw him down to the side. Fourth down. Are they going to?
4th and 6.
Punt it? No, they're going for it, I think.
3 minutes left. Well, I would imagine at that where the ball is, why there's not a lot of fun left in punting the ball from your 33-yard line.
Well, I thought, hey, maybe take a stab at it. Let Neil King maybe have a 45-yard kick.
It would be more like a 52, Joey. Fleming in a quarterback. Inside handoff. Got a lot of room to run. He's going to take it to the house. Nobody going to stop him there.
Wyatt Powell, number 16, around the right-hand side.
Wyatt Powell from 33 yards out. And the barrage continues.
You know, something over the past couple of years that Argonaut has had that has been a good advantage for them, especially last year. The speed that they've got from these backs. I think the backs all have pretty good speed. They're pretty athletic. Last year, obviously, of course, huge athletes out there. This year, with missing Flores for most of the season, that definitely hurt. But these younger guys, you know, really excited for next year to see what they've got.
Here's the kick. It's up. 57 for the Mustangs, 0 for the Matadors. 2:33 left in the half. We'll be back after this.
For all your land surveying and civil engineering services, call Loma and Associates at 223-0156. Whether you're building a fence and need to know where the property line is to complete boundary surveys, Toma and Associates can help. Lot surveys, boundary line adjustments, parcel and subdivision maps, FEMA certificates, septic and grading plans, among the many services Toma and Associates provides. Call 223-0156, serving the Mother Lode since 1967.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 2 minutes and 33 seconds here left in the first half. 57-0 in favor of the Mustangs. Mustangs set to kick. Jake Geedy, Joey Geedy, Frank Halverson, guys.
All right, Argonaut set to kick off again. That one's going to go deep and go into the end zone for another touchback. Mira Loma will have it 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line.
We just watched that one again, just kind of let it go.
They've had 2 possessions here in the second quarter. The first one was a punt. The second one was intercepted by Powell. So this one, they'll start from their 20-yard line. 2:18 left to go in the half.
Yeah, they pretty much have subbed.
Yeah, they've started the clock now. So they're not in a full running clock, but they are certainly in a modified running clock. The officials are taking some liberties that I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with. If they went to a full running clock, including during the halftime, it'd be fine with me. There's a whistle on the field.
I believe they're going to say 12 men on the field for the Mustangs. I don't know. I don't see do you see a flag down? I don't see a flag down there.
I just heard a whistle. I didn't see a flag. I just heard the whistle.
Yep. They didn't throw the flag on it, but they did
The
throw
white
a flag
hat
on it.
the white hat just signaled it is against the defense.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard the whistle blow, but I did not see a flag come out. So that'll give them 5 yards. So it'll be 1st down and 5 for Mira Loma. At this point, they'll take all they can take. They're going to go back to the exact same
Ball's on
play.
the
And
ground.
that's a
live
fumble.
ball.
That was a backwards pass, and that's a fumble. They're going to call it an incomplete pass, but that was not.
Generous.
They're going to call it incomplete, but that was a backwards pass. That should have been ruled a fumble. It was not. So it'll be placed back at the line of scrimmage where it will be second. No, now they're taking it back to the original line of scrimmage. He didn't catch it.
I said, great guys.
Or maybe they did call it a fumble and they said they retained possession.
Well, but there's no.
No, now they're moved. They're not sure. They're moving the ball back. They called it an incomplete pass. You can't move the ball back 5 yards on an incomplete pass. It goes back to the line of scrimmage. That's where they're going to move it now. Can we play the Benny Hill song now? All right, 2nd down and 5.
Jake's the singer, not me.
You can play kazoo, can't you?
Yeah.
2nd down and 5, swing out to the left. That's complete. That'll be enough for the 1st down as he gets across the 30-yard line. Strong tackle at about the 34. Will be enough to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for Mira Loma. Only 30 seconds left to go in the half as the clock continues to run. I do not know if Mira Loma will have time to get another playoff.
Real quick, we got a Mountain Merchant scoring update. Sonora again scoring again on a touchdown pass. Now brings the score 16-0.
Fumbled the snap. Oh, he just tossed it right back.
He tossed it right back, and now it's going to be blown dead. There's a flag out there. There's 11 seconds left. Mr. Geedy, the Hall of Famer, if you're listening out there, how much was that bet we made on the Sonora Somerville game?
Yeah, so 16-0 pending the extra point right now.
Letting it roll down here.
All right, that'll do it. Mercifully, we're at halftime. All Mustangs 57, Mira Loma 0. We'll be back with our Conifer Communications halftime report right after this.
Football fans, stay in touch with Conifer Communications high-speed internet wherever you are. Stream the game live, connect with fans during and after the game, Facebook Live the winning play, or upload those Instagram photos. Conifer Communications may be local, but offers big-time internet service with fast speed, no data limits, plus VoIP phone service. Connect with Conifer today, 866-378-8393, or stop by their office in San Andreas on Highway 49.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, welcome back to Dan Barnett Field, everybody, where we are at halftime now. Scoreboard shows the Mustangs 57, Mira Loma 0. Again, coming into halftime here. You're listening to the Conifer Communications halftime show. Real quick, I'm going to give you a scoring update, what we have from around the league. I don't have a Calaveras Bret Hart score right now, but I do have this Somerville Sonora score. So they are about to go into halftime as well. Sonora making their PATs, bringing the score 17-0 over Somerville. Guys?
All right. Well, I don't know. We'll make this quick because I've never been involved in a football game like this before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possessions in the first half. The first quarter, they scored on all of them. It was 43-0 at the end of one. Mira Loma went 3 and out, turnover on downs, 3 and out, turnover on downs, interception. And then they had another possession that went in the second quarter. 7 possessions in one quarter, and they trailed 43-0. Prather started it out less than a minute into the game with a 36-yard touchdown, and Argonaut took the lead 7-0 with 11:18 left. Mira Loma threw 3 incomplete passes that took like 15 seconds off the clock, and Freeman returned a punt 48 yards, 14-0. Then they go turnover on downs. Flores takes it in from 35 yards out with 7:36 still in the first quarter. That was our Mellon Faze BG Lounge call of the game, by the way. It was 21-0, and we weren't 5 minutes into the game. Another 3 and out by Mira Loma. Flores takes it in from 40 yards out. The 2-point conversion is good, and we're still not 5 minutes into the game, and it's 29-0. Then they turn over on downs. Peterson takes it in from 6 yards out for 36-0. Prather intercepts it for a pick six, 43-0 at the end of the first quarter, and it just continued. Powell had an interception. Fleming took it in from 3 yards out. Powell took it in from 33 yards out. That's where we sit, 57-0. And if this was a prize fight, they'd have thrown in the towel.
Yeah, there's usually the question that you ask me at this point, and I'm gonna answer before you ask it. What do you tell them, Coach? Halftime, what do you tell them? Well, just keep on working, boys. Just keep at it. Just hold on. Just hold on tight. Let's just keep going.
Yep.
That's a tough situation to be in for Mira Loma, obviously. But, just making sure that they stay positive. This is where
Well,
the
look,
end of the season for them,
This team has fought through these games all year long.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
They knew what they were in for.
Right.
It says something that these young men stuck it out,
Right.
got to the last game of the year. The coaches stuck it out because this isn't the first game that this has happened to them. Right? But they've stayed with it. They finished their schedule. They didn't quit. It would have been easy to do. Okay, so that says something about the character of these young men that are out there playing. Yeah, they're getting stomped. And yes, they've had that type of season all year long. However, they still finished what they started, and there's something got to be said for that.
Right, and I think that's really impressive on their end, because it's tough sometimes, and you want to get down and you want to just kind of get chippy with certain things, but they've done a really good job playing a very clean game. Obviously not going their way, but it's been a tough one, tough road.
All right, we'll be back. We're going to send it back to the studio, pay some bills. We'll be back with the second half in probably about 10 minutes.
And KVGC News Time, 12:29. This has been your Conifer Communications halftime report. You're listening to high school football action right here on KVGC. If you're just tuning in, if you didn't hear what Frank and Jake and Joey just said, this game basically out of hand since the kickoff. 3 touchdowns and 4 offensive plays for the Argonaut Mustangs, and Mira Loma just can't get anything going. And so basically out of hand, Argonaut Mustangs dominating in this one. The JV game, Amador was victorious and pretty much a dominant performance on the JV level. But we have about 10 minutes to kill, as Frank said. I just want to remind you guys that we do have a lot going on in Ione as far as decorations go. I was talking to Dolores, and she said a lot of homes have started decorating. Visit Ione online, the city online, and see if you can get a map of those locations and go out and visit some of those decorated homes out in the community. In the news today, we talked about the Plymouth City Council met Thursday night discussing the future of the city's pop-up plaza and who will run the city's sewer plant. Now, since April of last year, the city has been operating a pop-up plaza in the city-owned parking lot across from City Hall on Main Street. 3 small wooden buildings offer small and startup businesses a place to sell their wares without incurring the full cost of renting retail space. Now, the council is positive in discussing the future of the program, called for it to be promoted more to businesses outside of Plymouth, offering to nonprofit organizations possibly at a reduced rate. Also, the city discussed possible ways to replace the city's wastewater treatment plant operator who's retiring after 15 years with the city of Plymouth. The position requires specialized training and certifications. It'll be difficult to fill as a full-time city staff member. Other possibilities include contracting out the work to the Amador Water Agency or a private firm. The council directed staff to seek an agreement with AWA to operate the plant. AWA already has a relationship with the city and serves as emergency backup staff to the treatment plant. California State Park Off-Highway Motor Vehicle Recreation Division has announced a fee increase for snow park permits effective November 1st. The daily permit going to increase from $5 to $15, the season permit from $25 to $40. The increase, the first since 2000, will help offset the increased cost of operating 18 snow parks along the Sierra Nevada due to the need for additional maintenance, staffing, and safety needs, as well as addressing site damage due to increased use in wildfires. The park sites provide visitors snow activities, sanitation facilities, and parking lots. They're open seasonally between November 1st and May 30th. Require visitors to display a parking permit for each vehicle and can be identified by distinctive brown signs along the highways. Well, that time of year again, the Calaveras Fair and Jumping Frog Jubilee looking for new slogan ideas. Yeah, they want this year's slogan. They're asking the community to get creative. Get those creative juices flowing. Now, some ideas include AG, the 130th anniversary of the first Calaveras County Fair, county history, any fair-related theme, Mark Twain, and of course, jumping frogs, or whatever your creative mind sees fit. Now, the entries are judged by Fair Board of Directors. The creators are not revealed to the board till after the slogan's selected. The winner will win 4 season admission passes, 8 single-day carnival wristbands, 4 fair shirts, and $200. Of course, bragging rights as well. For more information, contact the fair at 736-2560.
6-1. And I'm going to cut this short because we don't want to take too long here. We got more high school football action coming up for you here in just a moment. Today's halftime with Frank, Jake, and Joey brought to us by Conifer Communications, as well as that quick look at some local news here in the Gold Country. I'm going to pay some bills. As Frank said, we'll hear from some of our sponsors. We got about just under 5 minutes left until we kick off the second half. Argonaut Mustangs dominant. As Frank said, outside of that Bret Hart game, he can correct me if I'm wrong on this. I thought he said 41 points combined for the Argonaut Mustangs this season outside of that Bret Hart game. We know Bret Hart's team is down. Their program is down. Didn't have a great year. So Argonaut did put up points against Bret Hart. But outside of that game, 41 points combined. They're close to 60 points already here in this one. So we'll be going back out to Argonaut High School, Dan Barnett Field, just a little bit. You're listening to high school football action on KVGC.
Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your regional commercial van and truck headquarters, is proud to sponsor Motherlode League High School football. The expert sales team will help you get behind the wheel of the car or truck that's right for you. And their service department will keep that vehicle running at peak performance. Visit the team at Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your full-service dealership, on the web at bigvalleyford.com and located in the Stockton Auto Mall off Hammer Lane. Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage, conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, everybody. Well, welcome back to the action here at Dan Barnett Field. Scoreboard shows again the Mustangs 57, Mira Loma 0 coming into the third quarter in just a little bit. But Jake Geedy and Joey Geedy, we're here sitting here in the booth. Joe, how's it going?
Good, man. I mean, you know, it's been an interesting night of football here over at Dan Barnett Field. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, I was turning myself down. It was a little hot.
Good. Been an interesting night of football here down at Dan Barnett Field. You know, tale of two games. You know, the Argonaut JV played against Amador's JV. You know, it was really hard-fought game. I'm going to say that. You know, Amador definitely, you know, outplayed. But,
yeah, you know,
the scoreboard was a little bit different, I think, than the game showed. You know what I mean? It was a very back-and-forth game. There were some good bloop plays. But
we were talking about it, and, you know, it just – some of it seemed like the Buffaloes were just quick, and they like they wanted it.
They were quick off the ball.
You know? And the one thing that Frank and I were talking about was like the energy of the game, because like, you know, here's the thing, like these are kids you know, right? I mean, so this is the thing that they're going to be talking about for a while. So it's a hard fought thing, hard to, you know, do. How did you end up in the season this year?
Season could have gone better. We got 3 wins in this season, but you know, I mean, it was a reestablished season for us. You know, obviously
you had a new
coming off of a
very
very hot year where we ended up going to state and winning. But, you know, the thing that was really tough this year, of course, for just kind of the change in my coaching staff, changing the varsity coaching staff a little bit, running a whole new offense. We've got a new defensive coordinator out there for my team at least. So, you know, that was kind of the tail of the tape for us. You know, I feel very encouraged for the group of young guys that we're going to have coming back this next year. And I think that Amador should also be very encouraged for the group of young guys that they've got coming.
Yeah.
And also, I think that this is huge for the development of their varsity team. These past 2 years, they've had very good JV teams. And, of course, we've seen kind of how their varsity teams have done these past couple years. Not exactly, you know, on the up and up. But I think that the guys that they are bringing up, I think that this freshman, sophomore, even this junior class, good athletes over at Amador. So I think that they're going to have a good season. This next year, Argonaut, of course, with the rebuild, with the new head coach, you got the new regime, everything kind of changes in a sense. It's still Mustang football, but there are certain things that change. And I think that, just having 1 year under the belt, especially for me, having another year under the belt is going to really help us out. Just in development of our players, development of our coaches and schemes and everything. So, like I said, you win some, you lose some. I try to make sure that it's as positive as we can for all of our boys and everybody, and for the fans too. Just understand, we're working hard too. So it's, that's really what it is. We're excited for this. Really encouraged. Want to thank everybody for listening back at home. By the way,
definitely.
You've been following us all season, following us forever for this. So really appreciate everybody out there. Give out shout out to everybody. I know, hey, Stephen Casillas, I know you're listening out there. Give a shout out to you and the boys out there. I know you're listening. So,
Right on. All right. Well, we are about a minute away from the third quarter starting here. So second half action about to start here again. Score shows 57-0 in favor of the Mustangs. I'm not really expecting anything different to happen this quarter. I'm expecting the Mustangs to be more dominant again, and I'm hoping we're going to see the seconds and maybe even the thirds get some good play.
Yeah, give everybody a shot.
We already saw that.
Well, yeah.
Hell, they were subbed down at the end of the first quarter.
No, definitely. So it'll be nice to see them have more.
Give them the
game experience.
Yeah, give them the game.
So yeah, it'll be good. All right,
well,
so we're back here.
it's going to be important too, because when you look at this team, you talk about turnover. There's 21 seniors on this team.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
On this Argonaut team.
Yeah.
So you not only had the turnover last year, didn't lose as many in numbers, but they were all very key players. This year they're losing 21 players off this squad. That's a lot. So there's a whole big turnover coming in for this Argonaut varsity football team next year again.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Right.
So it's going to be a couple of years, I think, on that, depending on really how the system gets adopted and how well the cogs work together.
Well, and understanding it, just really grasping it. I mean, it was double wing for 20 years, ground and pound, boom, 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 and now we're starting to open things up a little bit, spread it out a little bit more. It's obviously still run oriented, but it's just it's going to be interesting to see the way that it grows and the way that we develop with it in these next couple of years.
All right. Well, I think we're going to be we're going to go ahead and start third quarter in just a bit. Nothing new over, of course, at the Sonora Somerville game. It is still 17-0. They are about to start the third quarter there as well. I sent some text messages and sent some things over to some friends that could possibly get me a Calavera score. Nothing there yet, but if I get that, I will be sure to share it with you guys as soon as I can. So there we go. Mustangs set to kick. We're about to hit third quarter action. Stay tuned, everybody. We're going to stay right here.
No, Mustangs are going to receive. They won the toss and deferred.
Yeah, that's right, sorry.
And so they will be receiving the opening kick to start the second half here.
Frank, how's the shoulder feeling?
It's a little bit sore.
I can imagine so.
It's
been there.
Yeah, it's a little bit sore. Been up on it quite a bit today, so.
No movement in it, right? You're not moving around, keeping it pretty stationary.
I actually can move it. The range of motion, they didn't repair anything, from the procedure that I had before. They just went in and took out a metal plate, so it was just removal of some hardware, but still took an incision and everything. So it's a little bit stiff, a little more sore today than it was yesterday. I think I was, for most of the time I got home, was still under that anesthesia. So didn't have too much feel in it. There's an onside kick to start, fielded by Argonaut at the 42-yard line. So that's where they'll start this second half, with good field position again at their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, that ball just kind of skipped right over the top of number 14, Eddie Quayle, recovered by number 15. That was Trevin Pedersen.
Nice opportunity for a lot of these kids to get some playing time, but more so than they probably had for most of the year.
Whole lot of juniors out there. We love to see it. Let's see the clock. The clock's rolling.
Yeah, it should be rolling all the way through now, I would think.
Yeah.
I'm sure both coaches would agree with that. So here we go. Fleming's going to start at quarterback for the Mustangs here to start the second half, 1st and 10. Give to number 21 around the left side. Nothing going there. Nice job by the defense. Stacking up the runner, Andrew Alcariza.
Yeah.
So no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Alcariza is a senior. He's a golfer for the Mustangs as well.
Oh.
Good golfer.
Congratulations. Speaking of golfers, congratulations to the Lady Mustangs. Boy, took a league championship. They just had a fantastic year. They're on to the Masters tournament, I believe, now.
They are.
They won that tournament earlier this week. The tournament, I believe, was down at Swenson Park in Stockton. So congratulations to those ladies. Inside handoff coming this way. This time gain of a couple, falls forward across the 45-yard line. Powell on the carry. So gain of a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Just throwing this out there. I know they're fresh off the halftime right there, but I will say that Mira Loma looks a lot more precise on this than they had at the very beginning. Obviously, you've got second-team guys in. It's a little bit, the speed's going to be a little bit different, but they've had a little bit more juice out there coming out of the half.
3rd down and 8 for Argonaut. First possession of the second half. Fleming's going to operate from the shotgun. Inside counter to number 21 is going to be stopped short of the 1st down. That was Andrew Alcariza again. It'll be 4th down for the Mustangs. So a good stop by the Mira Loma defense.
Doesn't look like they're going to bring the punt team out. Looks like they are going for it. Yep.
Ball's at the 48-yard line of Argonaut. Need to get to the 48 of Mira Loma, so 4th and 4. Fleming bringing the play in. Clock continues to run.
Looks like they're using double tight ends now.
All right, here we go. 4th and 4 for the Mustangs. Blitz by Mira Loma. Hit in the backfield, going to be stopped short of the 1st down. So Argonaut's going to turn it over on downs. First stop that Mira Loma has had tonight. So they'll take over possession. Have it 1st and 10 going the other way as the ball sits right at the 50-yard line.
Good little defensive stand there for Mira Loma. Yeah, it looks like the Argonaut defense is pretty much fully subbed down. I think I only see two guys who started the game out there.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Collins in the shotgun. 2 receivers split to the right. Motion comes from the right side. They're going to try that double reverse again to number 17. Gets hit deep in the backfield, breaks a tackle, makes a positive gain out of it up to about the 42-yard line. Number 17, Charlie King on the carry.
Almost stopped in the backfield there by number 87, Brady Blake. Oh, we've got an injured player down on the field. Oh, it might be that runner.
Player down.
Yeah.
So that will stop the clock. Even on a running clock, it stops for timeouts and injuries. So Chief Mackey is out on the field checking on the player.
Looks like they're sending the Mustangs back over to the numbers on an injury timeout.
We got 2 players down.
Two Mira Loma players down on there. Looks like 2 Mira Loma players. Yep. You hate to see that.
There's
no, sorry. An
Argonaut player. He is on his feet.
That looks like that's 81. Colby Fleming, the second-string quarterback there for the Mustangs. So they're probably going to have to move on to.
It is Fleming.
Back over to Hanson then, potentially.
Coming off pretty gingerly. The other player on the field is still down. Chief Mackey's over there assisting him now.
They must have collided there pretty good. Looks like as Fleming's coming off, looks like number 32, Billy Villa, is checking in for the Mustangs.
All right, there the Mira Loma player is up, walking off the field under his own power, which is always good to see. That was the ball carrier, Charlie
17,
King.
Yeah.
But he is up and off the field now. So Mira Loma up on the ball, ready to go.
New jerseys down there, by the way. Forgot to mention that, but new jerseys for the Argonaut Mustangs.
All right, 2nd down and 4 for Mira Loma. Clock has started again. Collins still in at quarterback, wants to throw. Throws complete over to the left side, got some room to run. Nice tackle right there, open field tackle by number 31 for the Mustangs. That's Neil King.
Big ol' Neil King.
That'll be enough to move the chains. 1st down for Mira Loma. Those have been hard to come by for them tonight. So 1st and 10, the ball sits at the 30-yard line. King got squared up, put his helmet in there, made a nice open field tackle. 1st and 10. Collins in the shotgun, straight ahead handoff. Big number 32 rumbling up to about the 26-yard line. That was Connell Hatcher on the carry. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Fleming's on the bench. They're looking at him over there. Might have took a little shot to the head there. 2nd down. Quick little pass out to the right, complete. Slips as he gets across the 25-yard line. Going to be just short of the 1st down. It'll set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's that coconut turf. It's slick. I tell you, that coconut fiber turf is slick down there.
We have number 11 looks like warming up on the side. That's Max McCracken. Looks like he's going to go into quarterback maybe. He's taking some snaps.
I would say so. At this point, he would be their next in line for quarterback. He did start off the season as the starting quarterback, and then it was succeeded by Lance Hansen. So
3rd down and 2.
Oh, Brady Blake.
Blake gets in there and makes a tackle for a loss. Collins tried to keep it, faked the handoff, little play action. He kept it himself, and Blake came in, made a nice tackle, loss of a couple on the play. It'll be 4th down and 5.
The birthday boy, Brady Blake. Happy 16th birthday, buddy.
So 4th down and 5 for the Marauders. Trying to get him to jump on a hard count. Now we go pressure. Collins is flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his left. He's just going to throw it away instead of taking it. It's 4th down. It really didn't matter. That's when you don't throw it away on 4th down. But they'll turn that over on down, so Argonaut will get back possession. And had a little something going on there for Mira Loma, but they end up turning it over on downs, and so Argonaut will have it 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Max McCracken will come in at quarterback for the Mustangs. Fleming still being attended to on the sidelines. 4:15 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Looks like he got banged up pretty good down there.
So McCracken out at the quarterback spot for the Mustangs. Inside handoff. Following his blockers well, gets across the 35 to the 40, breaks one tackle, gets across the 50. That's number 16, Wyatt Powell. Nice run on the play all the way down to the 43-yard line. So big gain by Powell. Fresh set of downs as he crossed midfield.
Really good job redirecting himself, too. He very, very well read his blocks, was able to get around, find a good seam for it. Great gain by Powell on that.
So 1st and 10 for Argonaut after the big run by Powell. 3:27 and counting here to go in the 3rd quarter. McCracken operating in the shotgun. Handoff off to the left. He's got room to the outside. That now he cuts it up inside and gets brought down, but that's going to be another first down. I believe that was number 32, William Villa, on the carry. So another first down for Argonaut as they're on the move, ball down to the 32-yard line. Just under 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
And again, that's one of those plays that's supposed to kind of go inside, but Billy kind of saw it going in and then found the way on the outside, bounced it.
Looks like Fleming's going to
looks like he's
head in.
He and his mother are going to be walking off.
So 1st and 10 for Argonaut. Clock continues to run. 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Argonaut put up 57 points in the first half. And we're just playing out the second half. So clock continues to run. 1st and 10 for Argonaut. Again, McCracken in at quarterback. Straight ahead handoff.
Big crunch right there.
Was that number 40?
40, yeah, that was
Charlie Neely. The big guy in the backfield.
Yeah. Be excited to see how he does this next year, too. You know, of course, the Mustangs relied on number 28, Robert Spigarelli, this year at the fullback position. But Charlie Neely, very formidable out there. Big old country kid. You know, he's a good, hard runner. Good, strong kid.
Second down and 6 for the Mustangs. Neely again lined up at the fullback position right behind McCracken. Motion comes from the left, going to be an inside handoff. Now he bounces it outside. He's got room around the corner. Chased down from behind. That was number 16, Wyatt Powell. That'll be a first down. That'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10, minute 7 left to go here in the third quarter. Got chased down from behind.
I think he was trying to let those blocks develop a little bit more. He wasn't exactly going full speed on that one, but great pursuit by the Mira Loma defense.
Ball down to the 16-yard line where the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10.
Looks like Powell's checking out after that run, replaced by number 21, Andrew Alcariza.
Eddie Quayle just also came into the game, number 14.
Like Billy Villa just checked out.
First and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball sits at the 16-yard line. McCracken barking the signals. Motion comes from the right. They're going to give it to him. Gets across the 15 and hit after a short gain on the play. That was Andrew Alcariza.
Big cheer from the crowd there for the senior.
Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6, and that'll do it. That's the end of the third quarter. Argonaut Mustangs 57, Mira Loma 0. We'll be back. We've got 1 quarter left. Stay tuned.
Hey, let's play some football. Mark Borchin here with Glass Doctor. We are so excited that you're doing what you love. When you need auto glass, windshields, and calibration, call Glass Doctor. Ask about our windshield protection plan. And for shower enclosures, foggy, broken windows in your home or business, please remember Glass Doctor, your neighborly company. Visit our showroom at Highway 49 and Jackson Gate Road.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. Starting the fourth quarter here, scoreboard shows Mustangs 57, Mira Loma 0. Jake Geedy, Joey Geedy, Frank Halverson. Guys?
All right, we're back. Get this fourth quarter started. Something we didn't see in the first half, which was a quick quarter with the running clock, made a big difference there. Argonaut's got the ball down in the red zone as this fourth quarter will get started. They'll have it 2nd down. Ball's at the 12-yard line.
Little red zone drive for the Mustangs here.
2nd down and 6.
A real quick Mountain Merchant scoring update. Somerville turns it over on downs in the third quarter. The score is still 17-0 in favor of Sonora. Guys?
Looks like a timeout on the field by Mira Loma. Mira Loma coach is walking out there right now. Clock's still rolling, though.
Clock is still rolling.
Will he do the filibuster keep on talking.
He's out there coaching up his guys. He's got players in. From what I understand, they have had some players during the season that have decided not to continue to play, so they've had new players every week. Obviously, kids playing out of position. Coaches out there trying to get them coached up the best they can. Okay, you're going here, you're going here, which is tough to do during a game, but they're giving it their best shot. And again, you got to appreciate these kids sticking with it and putting the effort in to try to finish this season here. They've got 1 quarter left to do it. Second down and about 6 for the Mustangs. Straight ahead handoff to number 40 again. That is Charlie Neely, going to be short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down. And call it 4. Ball sits just outside the 10-yard line. Call it the 11. So 3rd down and 4.
Saw Neil King down there warming up the old leg.
I'm going to give a field goal try.
Why not? Why not?
Well, they're hoping to pick this up. They got a 3rd down and a long 4 right now. But if not, King's getting ready. That leg might be a little tired by now. Mira Loma's really got the line stacked up there.
Oh, and McCracken's got it.
McCracken's got it himself, and he saw it, and he's just going to waltz into the end zone for the touchdown. That's 11 yards. McCracken saw everybody bunched up, and he said, I'll just do this myself. So 11-yard touchdown run by McCracken. And that was just too easy. Everybody bunched in tight, expecting him to run to the line, and McCracken just faked a Neely up the middle and just tucked it in and just waltzed into the end zone around the left side. So King on to attempt the extra point. 9:40 at the 9:40 mark. McCracken gets into the end zone to make the score 63-0. King on to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. That'll make it 64-0 with 9:24 and counting left to go in this 4th quarter as we are in a running clock. So it will continue to run as Argonaut gets prepared to kick off. Good call by McCracken. That was something I think he just read himself and just kept it.
Well, the way that it's kind of designed is he has the option to watch backside D end and just pull it. So I think he just kind of exercised his option.
Yeah, everybody's
crashing down. Hey, I'm going to take this myself.
All right, so Mira Loma is on the field ready to receive, waiting for the kick team to get out there for Argonaut. Here they come.
Clock still ticking away, 8:39 in the game.
So this game should be over at about 9:15. King's going to have to ice that leg.
Yeah, yeah.
He's going to have to go sit in the ice bath. He's been working that one out a little bit tonight.
Yeah, going to be a little bigger, a little more toned. Good workout for the leg today.
He probably hasn't kicked this much in practice. Kick a little short this time. Oh, bobbled at the 19, now picked up at about the 16. Gets across the 20 where he stopped right there immediately.
Two Mustangs just crunched him
number
up on that
85 along with number 20. That was Anthony Pimentel and Zaid Epperson. So Mira Loma has it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 7.5 minutes left to go in the contest. Argonaut will be going to the playoffs next week. The way it looked coming in, they will be traveling to Bradshaw Christian. There's the double reverse pass again. They're going to throw it back to Collins, and he just couldn't quite get it to him as he was under some pressure by is that big number 52?
Yeah.
Was that Cody Lockwood?
No, I see number 58.
50,
58. That's Logan
58,
Sharon.
Logan Sharon.
Logan Sharon. Now 52.
Sniffed out that double reverse pass.
Cody Lockwood still down there. Big Red still right there.
All right, so 2nd down and 10. Collins in the shotgun. He's going to pitch it to a reverse. They're pulling out all the stops. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1 that'll set up a 3rd down and 9. That was a whole lot of running for 1 yard. They've got more trick plays in their playbook than I've seen.
Yeah. Well, it's the old schoolyard BS, right? That's what they call it. Just keep tossing it back and try to find an opportunity.
Now Mira Loma is going to call another timeout as the coach comes out here, trying to draw another play up on his hand.
Looks like 62 is a little bit shaken up on that one. He might be calling that timeout to maybe find a replacement for him.
I think he's coming out to
Actually,
draw
I
up
think
another play.
They're probably going to have to take him off. I think the ref talked to him. Well, because sometimes when the ref sees an injured player, or they see somebody kind of weakened down, they'll send him off for at least 1 play or something like that, tell him to go get their breath, and thought that's what he was talking to 62 about, but I think he's just keeping him out on the field.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 9 for Mira Loma. 5:20 left to go here. We are on a running clock. Argonaut 64, Mira Loma 0. Motion comes from the right side. They're going to try the double reverse back to the quarterback, Collins. He's got a receiver wide open, complete, looked it in up to the 45-yard line where he's brought down. He was wide open. That was number 13 on the reception. That's Elijah Keys. Boy, and he, as many drop balls as we've seen tonight, he looked that one all the way in, didn't he?
He did, yeah. That was just like right here. He was squared up for that one. Good tackle and coverage right there by number 10, Aiden Castro, a senior out there. Very good speed, Aiden Castro.
Move the ball up the 45-yard line where Mira Loma will have it 1st and 10. Not the first time we've seen that play tonight. They're going to throw that backward pass, and you knew it was going to be a halfback pass when you saw it go backwards. Just lets it go. Nobody in vicinity. That ball will fall incomplete.
He had a cannon there.
He slung that thing.
He hucked that thing.
So 2nd down and 10. 4 minutes left.
Kind of shot put back and just threw it. Yeah, clock is still ticking.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and 10 for Mira Loma. Collins again in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Motion comes. They're going to run that same play again, only this time he's going to keep it. Had room to run. Gets tripped up. Open field tackle there. I'm not too sure who got the worst of that one.
I don't know. Look, that was number 20, Anthony Pimmons.
Yeah, he's getting up a little. He
got up a little slow.
Yeah, he took the big leg to the shoulder, I think, and he's going to feel that one.
Great tackle, though. I'll tell you what, he stopped him, flipped the kid in the air.
And that's a good-sized kid down there, too.
Yeah.
Number 32.
Yeah.
That's Connell Hatcher. So 3rd down. 3 minutes left. 3rd and 2. Collins throws it out complete. They're going to get the 1st down as they get across the 45-yard line. Tackled down at the 40, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Mira Loma. 2:50 left to go in the contest as the clock continues to tick.
I know this is nitpicking at this point, but I just have to point this out, that Argonaut technically did have 12 men on the field when that play started. Number 20, who was injured on that play, did not get off in time. So all I'm saying,
they're not going to call that in a 64-0 game.
All I'm saying.
All you're saying is what?
I may be nitpicking, but
they're not going to call that in a 64-0 game. They're not going to call anything unless it's egregious.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
Yes, it is.
No, I'm just pointing things. I'm just like, hey, come on now. These guys have called an interesting game.
Game calling always gets interesting regardless of the sport. The strike zone gets wider. Everything changes when the score is like that, as it should. Collins is going to keep it himself. He's got the 1st down. ball up at about the 26-yard line. So we're under 2 minutes left to go. That'll move the chains 1st and 10.
Hey, real quick, Mountain Merchant scoring update. Sonora scores again on another passing touchdown here. Point after is good with just about 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, 24-0.
Another dropped pass there on the attempt to number 17, Charlie King. That'll make it 2nd down and 10, a minute 20 left to go in the contest. I'm sure Mira Loma would love to get a score on the board. Minute 15 and counting. Probably got enough to run a couple more plays here. Collins, another quick pass out, dropped again. They're going to keep throwing it to King until he catches one, I think.
Well, I mean, they've just been doing those just quick outs. I mean, they're just trying to get him on that bubble. It's the safest throw that they've got.
Right.
You know, safest throw they've got because it's behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, they were sending 32 out of the backfield for that one. 32 was Hatcher on that. Yeah, they were sending him out of the backfield, making the safe throw.
3rd down and 9, 41 seconds left to go.
Going for goal.
Collins going to the end zone. He's got a knockdown. Incomplete. Knocked away. So that'll set up a 4th down if they choose to run. There's under 30 seconds left. They do not have to run a play, but it looks like they're going to try.
Coach
is calling a timeout.
I think that'll run the game down, though.
Yeah, because the clock doesn't. Oh, they stopped it.
They do stop it.
You're supposed to stop it in a timeout. They have not been doing that.
Okay.
Ergo, what I was talking about rules.
Remember what I'm saying.
Ergo, what I was talking about rules.
Like I said, I said it out loud.
But they
did
want to let them run one more play.
Give them one more shot.
So they did grant the timeout and stop the clock.
Give them some time to draw it up in the grass, in the coconut fiber.
On the hand, following your lifelines.
You
follow your lifelines on your hands, right?
He tosses back to him, and he'll toss back to him, and then he'll toss back, and one guy will be open.
All right, so this will be the last play of the game, regardless of what happens here. It's 4th down for Mira Loma. The ball sits at the 25-yard line.
Argonaut in the prevent defense.
Collins wants to throw. He's looking. He throws to the left, and it is knocked down, incomplete. The clock will tick down, and that will be your contest tonight. The final look at the scoreboard. It was all Mustangs tonight. Argonaut 64, Mira Loma 0. We'll be back with our Mark Twain Medical Center postgame show right after this.
Remember when going for a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future you is ready to feel like that again. Mark Twain Medical Center's orthopedic experts are with you throughout the process, from first consultation to your last physical therapy session, so you can get back to living without joint pain, and future you can wander far and wide. Visit marktwainmedicalcenter.org/orthopedics. Mark Twain Medical Center. Hello, human kindness. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. Final score, final score here at Dan Barnett Field, 64-0, Argonaut over Mira Loma. Real quick, everybody, while I got you, we're going to do a scoring update for the Somerville-Sonora game. So they are going into the 4th quarter now, or they will be going into the 4th quarter very soon, under a minute left in the 3rd there. Scoreboard still shows Sonora 24 and Somerville 0. Guys?
All right, well, this one was pretty much a laugher from the get as the Mustangs put up 43 points in the first quarter. They scored early and they scored often. Argonaut kicked off to Mira Loma. Mira Loma quickly went 3 and out. Argonaut took their first possession, and Robert Prather took it in from 36 yards out, and with less than 40 seconds into the game at a 7-0 lead. Mira Loma got it back. Again, they would go 3 and out. They would punt, and Freeman would return it 48 yards on the punt return with to make the score 14-0. We're still only 2 minutes into the game. Mira Loma again would turn it over on downs. Flores on the first place from scrimmage would take it 35 yards around the right end. That was our Mellon Faze BG Lounge call of the game. And at 7:36 mark in the first quarter, 4.5 minutes into the game, Argonaut led this one 21-0. Mira Loma got it back. Again, they went 3 and out. Flores took it in from 40 yards out. In less than 30 seconds, they bopped the lead up to 29-0 as a 2-point conversion was good. Mira Loma then turned it over on downs. Peterson would take it in from 6 yards out, and at 1:04 led 36-0. Mira Loma would get it back. Prather would pick it off for a pick six to make the score 43-0, and that's how the first quarter ended. The second quarter started out with a Mira Loma punt. Argonaut scored again, a 3-yard touchdown by Fleming. Then Powell would intercept a Mira Loma pass, and he would finish it off with a 33-yard run. With 2:33 left to go in the half, it was 57-0. We were into a semi-running clock, and at that point, the second half went very fast. There was only a couple possessions. McCracken ran it in from 11 yards out early in the fourth quarter for the final 64-0. There's really not a whole lot to say about this game other than, you know, it just wasn't a good matchup. Argonaut had an easy victory tonight that will put them into the playoffs. They will be playing in the playoffs next week. If everything holds true, they will be traveling to Bradshaw Christian. We've seen Bradshaw Christian before in the playoffs. They're a formidable opponent for sure. And so it's obviously going to be tough sledding for the Mustangs next week. But they did come out victorious tonight, 64-0. Our Jamba Juice player of the game is going to be Robert Prather. He had 2 touchdowns, one on a 36-yard one and the other on a pick six interception return. That will be our Jamba Juice player of the game for this final regular season game here at Dan Barnett Field.
You know, it was a good season for the Mustangs this year. You know, Mira Loma, obviously an opponent that was a little bit lesser at the very end here, send them off into playoffs with a good confidence game. This is kind of one of those games where, okay, you build your confidence back up. All right, we're ready to rock and roll for playoffs. So I think that the Mustangs are definitely going to have a tough go of it in playoffs. Bradshaw Christian is a very formidable opponent, like you said. But, you know, big keys to take away from this game is, you know, just keep the swagger, keep the confidence, and just keep on moving. So it's going to be a big playoffs for the Argonaut Mustangs.
Well, regardless of how the game went tonight, it was important for the Mustangs to get on the field. You didn't want to go into the game after getting beat badly your last 2 weeks by Sonora and Somerville, and then not have a game in between and go into the playoffs with that taste in your mouth.
Right.
So even though this wasn't much of a fight tonight, it was still good to get out there, get them together, play some football, give them a little bit of momentum with the game under their belt, getting ready to go into next week.
Definitely. It was an interesting game.
For those of you that stayed with us, thank you. Congratulations. I was about ready to bow out just before half. But anyway, we appreciate you all season long. We appreciate you staying with us. We want to thank Emma for manning the cameras for us tonight. She did an outstanding job. JD back at the studio, and we had all the boys here tonight with Jake and Joey and JD and Emma, and on behalf of the whole crew from KVGC, thanks for listening. We will see you next week. We'll be back with playoff football. Thanks for watching.